America night here on the GCU campus, and just a beautiful night outside. Folks getting ready to march their way in here to GCU Arena, where the Lopes are taking a brief timeout from WAC play to welcome in Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Lopes Pregame Show, coming at you on Your View. As mentioned, the Lopes taking just a brief timeout from WAC play. They are 16-10 overall and sit in second spot in WAC play with a 9-4 record. Now, their last game last week against Cal Baptist propelled them to a two-game winning streak, so looking for that third win tonight as they go up against Eastern Mexico. But really what they're trying to do tonight is just keep fine-tuning those little things and stay in game action, because this team wants to finish off the season strong, to get strong and even stronger in that tournament play come March, because they want to punch their way to their big dance.
Very important. Every day we got to come in here and work and be the best we can be every day, night in, night out. Because you know the tournament it's a different pace of basketball. We've been watching film, and we know we got to be more prepared, and you know we got to be a well-rounded team and hitting from all cylinders when the time comes.
We just gotta play defense and rebound, box out, and do the little thing to get ready, not for these. I mean, for these 4 games, and of course for the WAC tournament, because that's the most important thing of the year. That's all that matters. If you win the 3 games in the WAC tournament, you go to the NCAA tournament, and everybody's gonna forget about the season, the 3 losses in a row that we had.
Well, if you're a college basketball fan, you know March is where it's at. However, if you're a Lopes fan, you know that Dan Marley makes his team be ready to go each and every game. So we're expecting the same tonight here at GCU Arena. And I also expect the best from our broadcasting team each night in. So let's bring them in now. Barry Buttel and Scott Williams. Guys, set the stage for what the Lopes have in store tonight.
Well, no doubt they're in a bit of a roll after a big second half against California Baptist, blowing them out 91-58.
I'm still giddy about that second half. That was the best basketball half I think I've ever seen this Lopes team play. They were absolutely fantastic. They did it with defense, shutting down the Lancers, and they really got their offense cooking. Inside game, outside game, everybody contributing, big bump off the bench as well.
A lot of trips to that free throw line, and how about that 18-20? And Drexel, a fine performance, 23 minutes, 9 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Sets them up for that second spot in the Western Athletic Conference, but they're battling the likes of the Wolverines from Utah Valley.
Yeah, it's going to come down to between second and third, obviously. They probably would prefer second, and then you would get Seattle in that first round matchup in the WAC tournament. Third gets you UMKC, and I think UMKC may be a more dangerous team, playing a little bit more consistently better. So, taking on, get this game tonight. Get a good tune-up, get some more rest, and get ready to play on Saturday.
Yep, Saturday, of course, Bakerfield, then off to the road. Utah Valley, big matchup in Orem, and then Seattle to close it out before the Western Athletic Conference tournament at the Orleans Arena in Vegas. How about that last game and a couple of guys that are stepping up at the right time? Oscar Freyer, 35 minutes, 18 points.
He was absolutely sensational. He put this team on his back defensively and offensively, knocking down big three-pointer after three-pointer. 4 for the game from behind in the arc, and boy, did he excite the crowd with a little sizzle on that dunk.
Oh, love those dunks. Ready for liftoff, Oscar Freyer, 35 minutes, 18 points, 7 boards. Also had a couple of blocks. He was all over the court in the last game for the Lopes. Another guy that piled in 18 points, had 4 3-pointers, Damari Milstead.
Well, get Oakland to Oakland. We normally say Aussie, but it's Oakland to Oakland on this particular night, because Milstead was absolutely fantastic, knocking down the threes, still over getting the steal, dishing to his buddies in transition. Oh, and then he wasn't doing that. He had the little float game along the baseline working. 35 minutes, as you said, those 18 points. I love the 7 assists. He goes 3 3-pointers, and he takes care of the basketball. Only 2 turnovers in 35 minutes of action.
There you see it, the floor general, Damari Milstead. What a season, as he has rebounded and coming on strong with 18 points against California Baptist. Now, we got a Division II opponent, non-conference matchup, tune-up, because there was a break in the schedule, getting set for that season finale here on their home court on Saturday against Bakersfield. The Greyhounds coming in after a very long bus trip from just south of Amarillo.
Yeah, they had won 5 games in a row. They've dropped their last 2. Obviously, you mentioned that long road trip last night from Texas, getting in here late. but they got a fantastic player in Zach Parker. And this guy flat out gets it done from behind the arc. He was 6 of 12 from behind the arc last night on his way to 21 points, grabbed a couple of boards. And don't sleep on this bench. They get a nice bump off their bench. They got 30 points off their bench on the road last night. Lopes got to be ready for those guys coming off the pine.
We'll keep an eye on the senior from Biloxi, Mississippi, but that'll set up this Wednesday night, God Bless America night here at GCU Arena. We'll send it back up to you, Kate.
Well, thank you guys, and I just want to talk a little bit more about the scheduling of this game. Towards the end of the season, taking a break from WAC play, but when you look at how the team's schedule played out, Scott, almost a week ago we saw Cal Baptist, and if they weren't playing tonight, it would be Saturday they'd be waiting for Bakersfield. So what do you think the advantages and the mindset is from Dan Marley and his staff and wanting the Lopes to take the court tonight in game action?
Yeah, Kate, it's all about keeping the momentum going. And that's with execution on offense and no breakdowns defensively. But most important, it's a mental frame game right now. How do you come out here and attack this team right from the very beginning? A Division II team that you're supposed to blow out. What's your mindset? Are you going to play around and let them hang around? Or are you going to go out there and do the things you know that you're capable of doing and put your foot on them?
All right, well, only time will tell how it all plays out, guys. Don't go too far away. You've got a game to call. Meanwhile, when we come back, our very own Barry Patel goes one-on-one with Dan Marley. They'll talk about that big win last Thursday, a quality win against Cal Baptist, and now the Lopes looking to finish strong in the remaining 4 games, including tonight's non-conference action against Eastern New Mexico. Barry and Coach, they're up next, telling us what the Lopes have planned for down the stretch. Don't go anywhere. The Lopes Pregame Show will be right back.
It.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Western Athletic Conference basketball tournament tickets are on sale now. Come support both the men's and women's teams as they try for their first NCAA tournament bids. The tournament is set for March 13th through the 16th at the Orleans Arena in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets now. Lopes pregame show rolls along from GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes entertain the Eastern New Mexico University Greyhounds in a non-conference matchup. Coach, your team seems to be back on track. You got to feel pretty good rolling into the final few games in conference play.
Yeah, let's hope so. We've last 2 games won by 30 at Chicago State, and they came here against Baptist. Had a terrific second half, probably a best stretch of basketball that we've played, where we went on that 30-4 run.
Wow.
Really shot the ball, 20 assists on 31 attempts, I think it was, or 31 makes. Really moved the ball, shot the ball well. So hopefully we can keep that going. And the Lancers were one of the top scoring teams in the conference. You held them 23 points under their average. Well, our defense has been terrific, especially in the WAC season. We do have the best defense team in the WAC. It shows in statistics, and our guys have really taken that to heart. And for us, we have to continue to do that, especially when we get on the road. That's one thing that can travel is your defense. Oscar Freya had a pretty good night, 18 points in the game and some 35 minutes on the court. Yeah, Oscar's really starting to round into form, and when he shoots the ball like that, he's really good. But I'm more impressed with his rebounding. He's really concentrating, gotten some rebounds. Defensively, he's been better. It just seems like when he's more active, that jump shot's going to be available, and he's going to make more shots. So very happy not only with that, but with his leadership, his energy in practice. I had a little talking to him when Jared went down. I said, both him and Damari, guys have been here for a little bit, kind of have to take over that leadership role, and Oscar's been great at it. You mentioned Damari. He stepped up. He had 18 points in the game, too, after, bidding a little bit off on that road trip. Yeah, Damari's going to have to play well for us to continue to play good as a point guard. And a lot like Oscar, it's about his leadership. Damari's a talented kid, and he's taken great strides this year to get better as a point guard. And the best thing about him is he's been more vocal, a better leader on the floor, telling guys where they need to be, and has been more active that way. And he's made good decisions, hasn't turned the ball over, and is doing a great job.
3 games in a row that three-point shooting that you're familiar with has really excelled for you guys. Over, 13 point mades in the last 3 games.
Yeah, it's been exciting. I've said it all year long that we're a really good shooting team, and it hasn't showed up. So when we seem to share the ball, spread the floor, attack, make the correct play, and shoot with confidence, it's starting to go in. So hopefully we're getting hot at the right time.
The Greyhounds come in, a D2 school, non-conference. I know you had a little break here, so you wanted to get the guys back on the court. What are you hoping to see here tonight?
Well, not to take any steps back. This is a pretty good team. They're very athletic. They'll provide some problems for us if we don't show up. So I told our guys that the most important thing for me is that we continue to play well. We're happy. We get our mojo back, and we can't take a step back. These fans deserve us to come out and play hard every night. And the worst thing we can do, come out here and not play hard. If we do that, we'll be in for a heck of a battle. So hopefully we'll come out and continue to get right. And we'll be without Matt Jackson tonight, who has to be in a class for his international status. He's not allowed to miss that class. So we'll be just down to 9 guys, including Rafe, who's a sharpshooter.
He is.
So
right?
He'll probably play a little bit more tonight. So we'll be a little undermanned. But hopefully we'll come out with a lot of focus and purpose tonight.
I'm sure, you obviously want the team riding high, but you've mentioned here on a couple of occasions, even in the last game, post-game, about the attitude, having the guys be happy. Here as they roll out to the final games of this regular season.
Yeah, it's a tough time of the year, man. We've been going at this for a long time, and we practice hard. It's been a drain all season. These guys have played really hard, worked hard, and this is the time of year where you really kind of cut down on practice a little bit. Maybe go for an hour 15 hard. And the most important thing for me is we stay healthy, and these guys have a good attitude and are happy. And right now we have great chemistry, and our guys are enjoying playing.
All right, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thanks to head coach Dan Majerle for being our guest today with us. More of the Lopes pregame show continues here from Phoenix. Coming up, it's God Bless America night. We've got 2 American heroes with us. Coming up, the senior officers who run Luke Air Force Base tell us how the base supports the surrounding city and economy and why GCU is a great partner.
Water heater failed. She was pregnant. In-laws were coming. A little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Do you want to be on Ask GCU? Twitter raffle. Tweet us your questions, and the person with the best question is going to get featured on the next episode with the crew.
My dudes.
What are you doing?
People don't like us very much, it seems.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show here on Your View, where it is God Bless America night here inside GCU Arena. The Lopes getting ready for the big game, and if you're at home watching the game, we want you to be a part of the action. Put on your red, white, and blue, and find us on Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag LopesUp. And I am joined now by some very special guests, Brigadier General Todd Canterbury and Chief Master Sergeant Ronald Thompson, joining me back here live on the pregame show. We're going to be talking a lot tonight about basketball and the great play of these Lopes players and their opponent. But we always want to remember it's not just about sports heroes. It's about true American heroes. So on that, we're so thankful to have you guys out here. Thank you so much for being here. And for those who just don't know exactly what's going on, tell us about your role and the purpose of Luke Air Force Base here in the Valley.
Well, thanks for having us tonight. It's an absolute honor. Luke Air Force Base, our mission is to train the world's greatest fighter pilots and combat-ready airmen. We've been doing that mission since 1941 at Luke Air Force Base, trained more than 60,000 fighter pilots for our nation. It's a mission that we can't afford to fail in, and the men and women in the West Valley are doing a great job at it.
Yeah, we want to thank you. I just don't think we can say that enough for everything you do, laying your life on the lines. And please, too, expand for us on what your role is over at Luke Air Force.
Well, as a command chief, I work directly for the base commander, Brigadier General Canterbury. I provide a senior enlisted perspective to the leadership team for all of our strategic efforts. And really what our focus is not just about creating the world's greatest fighter pilots and combat ready airmen, but it's about taking care of airmen and their families in general as well. And I try to help the boss do that while he's making world-class fighter pilots.
Sounds like two very important jobs, and it's very important the economical impact that Luke Air Force Base has as well. You guys have a $2.4 billion impact on the local economy. Can you just expand on what that means to the everyday citizen and where that money is being applied?
So we've got just under 7,000 active duty, reserve, and civilian men and women at Luke Air Force Base. Then you add their families, that's about 11,000 more family members that are active participants in the community. They go to school here, they go to your churches, they go to your community events. So they're active participants, and they're just excited to be here in the West Valley as well.
And Chief Master Sergeant, we have had you guys out here to GCU games several years in a row. I know you guys enjoy this partnership, but what does it mean to you specifically to have this partnership with GCU, and how do they work in that partnership with you guys?
Well, GCU is an amazing partner to military members and veterans all around the world, not just Luke. We just happen to be their neighbors and their local partners, so it's amazing having such an institution so close by, taking care of our educational needs and helping us just be good parts of the Phoenix Valley.
And it seems like you guys and your families have fun out here at the basketball game. Are you guys big sports fans?
Oh, absolutely. We love all the local sports, right? I have been a renewed Arizona fan, having grown up here. You know, the military sent me around the world for the last 27 plus years. It's great to be back home in Phoenix and get to watch our local teams do as well as they do. I'll tell you, our Luke Airmen are sports fan all around. They love getting out and supporting all the local teams. We've got a variety of sports that go on all across Luke Air Force Base, and some of our airmen even compete nationally and internationally in some of those. So it's an amazing opportunity to get them out and get them some exposure as well.
And tonight, supporting the Lopes out on the ball court, but also you guys were here earlier and really having an impact on the future of certain students' future here. You were a part of an induction ceremony. What was that all about?
Well, that's a really neat opportunity for that young man. This is his chance to be a commissioned officer in the United States Army in his case. This is really the start of his career. This is where he takes the oath of enlistment to promise his life for this nation if the nation calls. So very significant event. Glad to be a part of that.
Very special to see the student body out there supporting him, as well as Dan Marley, and we wish him the best of luck. And guys, I know tonight is important to you guys to be out here, but we just want to thank you because what you do for the community day in, day out. I know you take time away from your own family and friends to serve your country, so thank you. And thanks for coming out here to hopefully cheer on a good basketball game, right?
Well, thanks for having us. We're very excited to be here. We really appreciate you partnering with us in the community. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you
very much. And we still have plenty more coming up on the Lopes pregame show. But again, as we talk about basketball heroes tonight, we don't want to forget the true American hero. And thank you for all that they do. And for those of you watching at home who serve, thank you really is not enough, but we'll continue to say it throughout the night.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
Lopes pregame show. We're going to be talking a lot of basketball tonight, but we also want to remind you that head coach Andy Stankiewicz and the GCU baseball team are back on the road this Friday when they tackle the USC Trojans. But they will be back at Brazel Field at the GCU Ballpark, state-of-the-art facility. We want to encourage you to bring your family and friends out here to see the March 6th game for a single game with the Wolfpack of Nevada. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. You can also catch the game online at GCU TV. Okay, Along with welcome you back here to the Lopes Pregame Show on God Bless America night here inside GCU Arena. And I'm joined now by Gay Meyer, who is with USAA, Assistant Vice President of Human Resources. Thank you so much for joining us here on a very special night. And just tell us a little bit about what USAA is all about.
Yeah, USAA is a full services financial services organization started by the military and serving the military. So we serve military members and their families to ensure their financial security.
And what is it like for you tonight to be out here and sharing this event with GCU?
This is an amazing event for us. At USAA, we get to thank veterans and their families all the time, but to bring them out to this game and allow the community to welcome them and to thank them is a special moment for us.
And you do so much for veterans. Do you guys just hire military veterans, or how does the whole staff at USAA work?
Yeah, we do have a very strong target of hiring veterans and their spouses of 25 to 30%. That's our goal. We have that number in our organization, so we have 4,800 employees at I-17 in Happy Valley here in the Valley, and 34,000 as a company, and 25% of them are veterans.
And are you currently hiring in the Phoenix area, and what should folks do if they're interested in joining your team?
Yeah, this is a huge growth area for us. We will hire over 900 banking and insurance representatives this year, plus a goal of 300 IT and data analytics professionals.
What does it mean to you to be a part of USAA and their mission statement, just to give back to those folks who give so much to our country?
Right. It's amazing, right? So to be in a strong mission-based organization, serving those who have served so honorably, it is a true blessing. It is also the reason we love GCU, right? So it's this community of service and helping others that makes us so aligned with this university.
And I know we were talking in our meeting just how impressive is the growth we've seen with USAA. It's very similar to the growth here at GCU. But what does that mean to you to watch the company strive and grow and reach even more customers and to help more veterans as well?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is about, right? The more we grow, the more of these families we can reach out to and serve and make sure that they are financially fit to care for their families, right?
It's such a great mission statement. Thank you for all you do, and we appreciate you coming out to cheer on the Lopes tonight, and we wish you the best of luck with everything with USAA.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
Such a special night here on the Lopes Pregame Show here on Your View. Thunder in on the action, and again, we're just feel very special to be a part of a night like tonight. God bless America, because that's truly what it is all about. We will continue to talk basketball tonight. We'll take a trip around the WAC, but once again, we want to thank you for your service and, of course, your pride and love for our country. We'll be right back on the Lopes Pregame Show right after this.
A local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
God bless America night here at GCU Arena, and an incredible sight right now for the crowd as members of the ROTC rappel inside the arena, to pass over the official game ball to Thunder. Once again, we want to thank those who have dedicated their careers, their lives, their time, and their student careers as well to serving our country. A very special night here inside GCU Arena. And I'll tell you what, we're used to people repelling here at GCU because we've seen Dan Marley do it at Midnight Madnesses, but this is a very special cause here tonight. All right, we want to remind you that the GCU women's basketball team is coming off a big 84-49 victory over Chicago State last Saturday. They play at Cal Baptist tonight, 7 p.m., and at Cal State Bakersfield on March 2nd. The next home game for the Lopes is March 7th with Utah Valley sitting in the 3rd position in the WAC. Come on out and watch GCU take on the competition under Nicole Powell. Okay, Longworth, welcome you back here to the Lopes pregame show. We're getting fired up for the Lopes non-conference action tonight, but you know they'll be bringing that same competitive spirit Dan Marley teaches them, right? Because everything is on the line when it comes to WAC play. So let's take a quick trip around the conference, see what the action looks like this week. Aside from GCU, most teams are off tonight, but they will resume conference action tomorrow night. New Mexico State, winners of 13 straight, sitting in that top spot of the WAC. They are going up against Kansas City, who is 8-3 at home. UTRGV in action at Chicago State tomorrow. Tip-off there 6 p.m. And then Seattle, coming off a loss to Utah Valley last night. You'll remember they're making up that game that was postponed due to snow just a couple weeks ago. They are back in action tomorrow night at Cal Baptist. That's how the men's team looks, men's side looks. Here's women's basketball heading out tonight. Some action, Chicago State at UTRGV, as well as Cal Baptist at Seattle University. All right, that's how conference play looks. You know that the Lopes sit in that 2nd spot, gearing up for March play in the tournament. But this is how the landscape looks across the college hardwood rather. Gonzaga, new number 1 at 27-2 right now, holding that top spot, followed by Virginia and then Duke, Kentucky, and Scott Williams. Tar Heels in that 5th spot, rounding out the top 10. We've got Michigan State, Tennessee, Houston, Michigan, and Marquette just making the cut. And also, Pac-12 is going to finally sneak in there. Washington's in that 25 spot, and you see Purdue, Kansas State, Maryland, Florida State, Wisconsin, Virginia Tech, Buffalo, Iowa, Cincinnati, and Wofford also in the top 25. All right, that's how it looks, but we all know what it's all about. March Madness, right? That's why the Lopes continue to play conference games, non-conference games, whatever it takes to be ready in the next couple weeks with all the play coming up. So tonight we will take you through the action on the hardwood. Scott and Barry had the call. Grab that snack, and we will be right back with Lopes basketball right here on your view.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes host a non-conference tip against the Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds. Welcome to GCU basketball alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams. I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Lopes riding high, picking up their 9th conference victory and a blowout win over California Baptist.
They were absolutely fantastic all throughout the basketball game, but especially in that second half where they put together a 30-4 run. One of the best runs in college basketball all season long. They did a defense. They scored inside. They scored outside. They were unstoppable.
18 of 20 also from the free throw line. Trey Drexel, a big night. 23 minutes, 9 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals. How about Oscar Freyer, though? 35 minutes, 18 points.
I really like the way this kid is playing right now. He gets the block, he runs the floor, he knocks down the triple, and then he gets a swing, and knocks down another triple. I'll tell you what, a big smile on his face. All the Lopes were smiling after this basketball game.
Well, the Lopes have a little bit of time here with this non-conference matchup. As you look at the numbers for Oscar Freyer, 18 points, 7 boards, and he also had a couple of blocks. He was all over the place. As I mentioned, a little bit of a break here with the conference schedule, so they bring in Eastern New Mexico, D2 school, coming in off a tough loss last night, just south of Amarillo. But we'll look to Zach Parker.
Yeah, long bus ride to get here. Zach Parker was absolutely fantastic in that one. He was 8 of 14 from the field. He knocked down 6 of 12 three-point shots, 21 points, 2 boards. And don't sleep on that bench. They got a kid named Brown who was part of a 30-point scoring effort off the bench.
Well, the Lopes hoping to continue this momentum, this good feeling as they close out the conference schedule Saturday here on their home court against Bakersfield before traveling on the road to close it out with 2 games at Utah Valley and at Seattle. But time to get it all started. Let's send it down to the public address announcer, Paul DeNuser, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena, home of the biggest party in all of college basketball for God Bless America night. And tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Greyhounds of Eastern New Mexico University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Tonight's game is presented by USAA, proudly serving military members and their families since 1922. USAA is your one-stop organization for insurance, banking, investments, and retirement. Tonight, we have more than 200 USAA members and employees out supporting the Lopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the presentation of the colors by the GCU Color Guard. Fans, please remain standing for the singing of God Bless America. Tonight, sung by Senior Airman Timothy Orr.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairie to the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Senior Airman Timothy Orr. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we now have a word of prayer. Tonight given by GCU's very own Dr. Randy Gibb, Dean of the Colangelo College of Business and retired Colonel in the U.S. Air Force.
Let us pray. Dear God,
Your presence is felt here tonight. We thank you for the fellowship and community that we all get from the game of basketball. And God, this is a special night as we're here to thank those who've served and to pray for those still serving. For it is the men and women in military all over this world, from the United States of America, that provide the blanket of freedom that allow us to serve you. God bless America. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. Now, fans, please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by our very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of the Professor, Paul Cook. Thank you.
The chant of USA here on God Bless America Night at GCU Arena. The Lopes taking on the Greyhounds from Eastern New Mexico University. Their head coach is Trey Siegler. He's in his third season. Here is Trey Siegler's starting five, brought to you by Dignity Health. Hello, Human Kindness. Maurice Coleman, Zach Parker, Isaiah Murphy, Chukaka Emili, and Arkeem Leilaland.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on number 11, as they call him Chewy, 6'8", 220-pound senior from New York City. He's got a great spin move in the paint and even better hair. Don't sleep on this kid. Remember, Cal Baptist Dejon Davis gave the Lopes a double-double in that first half, mostly by getting on the offensive glass. But Wally will not be happy if Chewy's eating him up on the boards.
Coach Siegler, his assistant coach is Andre Shaw. The graduate assistant is Blake Draper. They are 13-13 in the Lone Star Conference.
Blake Draper, athletic trainer, Nick Beese.
Coming off a 92-79 loss at West Texas A&M. Time now to introduce you to GCU.
Are you ready?
Dan Marley's starting five. Carlos Johnson, Damari Milstead, Oscar Freyer, Michael Finke, and Alessandro Labor.
And we're going to keep our eye on another number 11, Milstead, as I like to call him. He's been so solid at the point. Dishing and swishing. Most importantly in his sophomore season, the second half now, he has shown leadership out there on the floor, becoming a true floor general for Coach Marley's troops.
Dan Marley in his sixth season, the Lopes 16-10, 9-4 in the WAC, 10-2 on their home court. The associate head coach, Lewis Wilson. The assistant coaches, Chris Cremelone and G.J. Benson. Director of basketball operations is Jesse Parker. The special assistant to the head coach is Johnny Hill. The video coordinator is Matt Lopez. The graduate assistant, Dylan Hidalgo. Director of sports medicine, Jordy Hackett. And the director of sports performance is Gabe Moreland. Lopes coming off a 91-58 victory last Thursday against California Baptist. They'll close out the home conference slate Saturday night. Hope to see you here against CSU Bakersfield. Sanderson Ford. Keys to the game. The best player to do Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, All-American night. You got to go with most things All-American, right? So God bless American night. We're going to All-American night. Fireworks. Light up that scoreboard. Play an up-tempo game tonight. And how do you do that? So here's a little history lesson for you.
Oh, yeah.
George Washington's horse.
Which
not,
one?
Not the black one, the white one.
The white one,
was
okay.
called tenacity. Oh. That's what the Lopes need to bring to the defensive side of the ball tonight. Get deflections, get steals. Those lead to easy runouts and scores. And then pickup trucks. Everybody in America knows a pickup truck, right? Ford. Basketball is the greatest team sport because it involves the greatest level of teamwork on both sides of the ball. But most importantly, it's the mental part of the game where you got to be able to pick your teammate up when he might be feeling a little flat. That's what the Lopes need down the stretch in this regular season and going into the WAC tournament so they can get that WAC bid to the NC2As.
We are underway. Lopes in control. Lopes fans will remain on their feet till the home team hits a bucket. Carlos Johnson on the run. Take a seat early.
Wow, nice, well-designed play. CJ doing what CJ does best. Curling into that painted area, taking some contact and finishing.
You saw the officials, Eric Curry, Larry Spalding, Chris Rastatter. Parker, look out. 6 threes last night. Swings it out. Long distance. Ooh, off the glass. Murphy.
After hours deposit there into the bank. Shot from deep. Don't know if he called it, but they'll take it.
Cienega High School down in Vail.
Wow, Oakland to Oakland. I'll tell you what, that connection's strong. Nice job throwing the high handoff. Kamari Milstead dropping the dime to Frere.
Greyhounds underneath, loose ball. Lopes possession.
That was pretty. Cue that one up again in the truck here, just coming off that high screen there. Put a little extra sauce on it. Finishing with a two-hand flush. Got to worry about his ball hitting him in the head. He was so high.
Milstead bounce pass. Johnson finds Finke up over the top. Laver turns and puts it in.
Wow, 6 quick points in the paint. That's one thing Eastern New Mexico had a problem with last night, giving up 50 points in the paint on the road.
Off of Laver. Greyhound inbound, 25 on the shot clock.
Back to that one more time here. Just a little high-low action, big to big.
Again off the glass underneath.
Chewy down there doing what Chewy does best on that low block, being very active. He's explosive. He's got a real quick move to the basket.
Transfer from Houston Baptist. Frere. Ooh, a little too far for Laver.
Tried to lead Laver, maybe thinking a little bit too much for him. Wanted him to kind of release that pressure he was putting on. Laver wanted to straight post up. Frere was trying to lead him to the basket.
Mealy kicks it back out. Coleman.
Can't do that.
Travel. Parker.
I went to the high school championship game last night between Chaparral and Pinnacle, and every time the kids would do something wrong, the other student body would say, "You can't do that, you can't do that." Well, that's a good job by Frere. He's been doing a great job defensively, really challenging outside shooters.
Johnson drives. Look at that.
Well, you can see the plan of attack of this starting 5 unit is to take the ball hard to the hole.
Good game last night. Pinnacle back-to-back champs.
Yeah, I was real impressed with that kid, Nico Mannion. He put on a show for the fans. And credit to Chaparral for hanging tough for 3 quarters.
Oh, yeah, it was a good game. Down to Finke from Laver. Waits patiently and puts it in.
Oh, my goodness. Just slicing them up inside like a Ginsu 100.
Oh, those are good. Order now. But look at here, the Greyhounds, Parker.
Well, we talked about Parker's ability to be able to put that ball in the basket. 8 field goals last night. 6 of those were threes. 21 points.
Johnson, Chris turns. Oh, I'm going to try a 3. No, it's short. Rebound, Greyhounds. Quickly up to Coleman. Coleman dishes over to Parker. Parker, too heavy. Rebound, though, Emili. Foul?
Yeah, they got the big fella down low, got his hand caught in the cookie jar, reaching for that ball.
Labor.
One more for Labor here. He's trying to rebound outside his position. You can see that right hand just gets on Chewy's left hand, and officials are quick to call it.
Inbound. Pull him in the game. Left hand. Fortuitous bounce off the rim.
Iron's so kind that time. He put that one up left a little strong, but it hung right above the cylinder before dropping back down. Tell you what, Eastern New Mexico said they came to play tonight.
Ooh, and they just picked off that attempt by Michael Finke, taking it in. Oh, it doesn't go for Brown.
Oh, late whistle, but they're going to get a foul call here on Brown, going hard to the hole. Look at this fast break off the turnover. They are out and running. Finke can't get back in time to stop him and has to swipe down at that basketball. And anytime you do that, whether you get arm or all ball, it's going to look like a foul. Officials call it.
Nick Brown, senior guard from Pasadena, California, 77% free throw shooter.
I've seen this so many times. A team that's had a tough night, traveling to the city. All odds are against him. Coach just tells him, hey, relax, go out there and play. They are not intimidated by this GCU team or this crowd right now. They are just balling.
Their conference tournament! Oh, Carlos Johnson uses the glass.
They got like really fancy with that one. It seemed like that was one of those ones that he could have just reached back and cocked it and slammed it back home, but he wanted to hang for like a photo op.
Yeah, it was like
slightly leaving it off the glass. He's got 6 points on 3 or 4 shooting.
Brown steps back, eyed by Johnson. Brown's picked up by Milstead. Read that one. Damari. Oh, it doesn't go.
Oh, Martin with a great steal. And
pull him on the run. Oh, they tried a little of their own. It didn't work.
Little lackadaisical on both ends of the floor. Timeout coming.
Now back and forth it goes. Lopes up by 2 early on. 15:36 to go. Opening half here at GCU Arena. Let's send it down courtside. Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. Joined by some very special guests tonight, Patty and Steve Luttrell of the Children's Cancer Network. Thank you guys so much for spending your day out here at GCU. And just tell me what the Children's Cancer Network is all about.
Children's Cancer Network is a 501c3 that helps Arizona families battling childhood cancer. We work with families from the moment of diagnosis all the way up through long-term survivorship or wherever their road might take them, offering services and support. Basically filling the gaps between what hospitals can provide and what the insurance can provide.
Such a valuable support system for families in need. And Steve, you and your family co-founded the CCN in 2005. How did that come about?
So our son Jeff is a cancer survivor. He was diagnosed with leukemia in kindergarten. And in Jeff's journey, we met so many wonderful families facing that same journey, and we wanted to help and support them.
It's incredible how you guys have been able to give back. And as an executive director, what is your role?
You know, my role is to kind of oversee the workings of the organization to best meet the needs of the family. So we have an incredible staff and about 400 volunteers, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to give back to these families.
And the staff gearing up for a big event on March 16th, the 9th annual Run to Fight Children's Cancer Race here at GCU. How did the Children's Cancer Network partner with GCU for this big event?
So GCU's been great for us. GCU ran the event for the first 7 years. We took over last year and had responsibility for the race. But GCU's been great with their support, and we hope you all come out and support all of the families dealing with childhood cancer, and it'll be a great event.
It's a great event. It's for a great cause, but it's clear the folks that participate have a great time out there too. How can people get involved, and just take us through what the race is all about and what will be happening on March 16th?
You know, the best way is to visit the website at runtofightcancer.com. And And there's opportunities to participate, to volunteer, to donate. Absolutely support these families. We appreciate it all.
All right, thank you so much, Steve and Patty Luttrell, for being with us tonight, and also for all you do, giving back to those families who are going through a hard time. We're so happy that your son was a survivor, and we wish all the families out there involved with the Children's Cancer Network the best of luck in their healing process. Guys?
Bounce pass underneath the Skip Frayer.
Oh, that's really nice. So go to the high post, and all they're doing is cutting back door. Fake like they're coming up off the top. Oscar Frayer goes back door and gets himself another fantastic dunk. A nice shot of my old buddy Eddie Johnson down there with his lovely wife Joy.
Enjoying some popcorn.
Yeah. Sun's part of the Suns broadcast team. Eddie and Joy down there. Great job.
It's a place to be. Oh, look who else is here.
Yeah, Tom Leander, Tom Chambers.
Yeah. David Hughes.
Oh, he was down there too.
Mark Goldberg's here. Paid us a visit earlier.
Tell you what, Suns alumni night here. I'm here. Jerry Colangelo's in the house. I see him sitting down over there.
Bringing this good GCU karma.
A powwow there. Look at his backdoor here. Beautiful pass. I get credit for that slam dunk, but give the big man credit, making a nice bounce pass between two defenders.
6 assists on 7 field goals for the Lopes. 6-point lead now as they open it up after the break.
Carlos Johnson, he doesn't waste much time getting in that scoring column now that he's in that starting lineup. In a little 6-0 run for the Lopes.
Mealy, long three. Oh, Mealy. 24% three-point shooter.
You know, I was going to say, you don't really see the big fella at 6'8" being stepping out there and shooting that three, but that would look pure. Look like Ray Allen out there in that green jersey.
Frayer, 14.5 to go, opening half. Johnson comes up top. Eyed by Brown, finds Laver. Laver's going to turn, little soft floater, doesn't go. Finke can't get it into Brown's hands.
Laver couldn't believe that they left the ball. He left him wide open down there. He probably could have wheeled in and slam dunk. He was so surprised he was open. He tried the little baby hook shot that came up a little short. That's one where you just take that crab dribble and power it to the bucket.
Too heavy for Emili.
Yeah, Eastern New Mexico. Too many turnovers here in this opening first half. That is already their 5th. So you can make that their 6th turnover.
They had quite a few last night.
Yeah, 19 for the game last night. And after shooting close to 52%, they just gave up too many runouts with those turnovers that led to 50 points in the paint that they gave up.
Frayer to Laver. Laver looking up top, finds Finke. Careful, trying to back his way in. Oh, steamroller.
Well, Chewy tried to flop there. Yeah, that might go for that down in the Division II ranks, but down here up in the Division I, you've got to be a little more solid up there when you're trying to play defense in the paint.
Loose ball underneath, battling for it. Milstead on the run, goes to his left. Johnson, look out! Oh, mercy! Hooping a hard. Woo!
Well, that was like the fast break drill that you run in practice there. A little 4-on-3 break, and Milstead does a real nice job getting that ball centered, sizing up the defenders, and then gives it to a slasher on the left wing. Boy, I'll tell you, CJ is off to one heck of a start tonight. Already double figures in scoring. He's now 18 points in the paint and counting for the Lopes in less than 7 minutes.
Blumberg's in for Laver. Eight-point GCU lead. Juncoy. Parker. Pull him. Looks underneath. Johnson reaching in.
That's a good job by Carlos Johnson. I know he'll get whistled for the foul there, but he's the crackback guy. He's the guy that's got to come in off that weak side wing and pick up the roll man. See, he's out here on the weak side of the basketball. He's got to come in here and pick up the big 6'8" fella and not let him get an easy basket.
Inbound. 18 on the shot clock. Stepping back, Parker. Up top. Pullman. Too heavy. Rebound, Frere. Finke hands it off. Carlos Johnson. Whoa. Tip back, not there. Johnson puts it home.
Oh, just smashing them on the glass right now. Smashing them down in the paint. Nice job by GC using their speed and size advantage to get to that bucket.
I thought Carlos, the wheels were coming off there. He's kind of cutting his way through there. Parker. Not there. Greyhounds underneath, muscling their way. They can't put it home. Lemon. Tenacious, though.
Stealing a page out of the Lopes book that time, getting on that offensive glass. At first you don't succeed, try again here. They'll get the first one to go. And the second one, that's a nice use of the head and shoulder fake. Got Robert Blumberg off the ground there. And then he just goes into Blumberg's chest and gets that contact and had the concentration to finish the shot.
Tim Finke came in. Damari Milstead back in. Loose ball on the floor. Tim Finke quickly up to Milstead. Cuts into the middle. Stop the floater. That's short. Rebound. Tapping back at it. Blumberg's showing a little grit. Jackson Arrow's going to go the Greyhounds' way. Timeout on the court, 11:57 to go, opening half. Lopes on top, 23-15 in a non-conference matchup against Eastern New Mexico.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game on your view and GCU.tv is brought to you by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. By Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longwood here from GCU Arena in Phoenix, where the Lopes are on top of the Greyhounds 23-15 on God Bless America Night.
Well, the Lopes right now are just really flexing their muscles inside. 20 points in the paint to 4 for Eastern New Mexico. And that's a recipe for disaster for Eastern New Mexico. They got to figure out a way to keep the Lopes out of that painted area. I don't know if that's laying back off of the Lopes players and going to a zone or whatever the case might be, but they got to do a little better than they're doing right now, protecting their painted area. They're a little too soft in the middle.
Just under 12 to go. Greyhounds bring it up the court. Murphy looks for three. Not going to be happening. Drexel in the game.
We talked about Drexel last basketball game. He was fantastic. Did a little bit of everything. A little bit of a Swiss Army knife.
Oh, quick feed to Blumberg as he's fouled.
Nice job. Good hands. Catching that ball with the defender draped on his back. Here, Bob, one more time. Going down here and snagging that ball. He's got one on his back and one on his neck.
Frere, ooh, loses it. He's got that left hand now taped up. Something must have happened. Loose ball, turnover. Greyhounds take it to the bucket, but it doesn't go home for Emili. Drexel, Blumbergs for three. Not there. Big rebound. Finke, floater. Oops. Woolman underneath. Blumbergs.
Got a little blood on one of the Eastern New Mexico players. I believe they're going to get a little stoppage of play. And they just want to get the floor cleaned up.
See Frere's hand, his thumb kind of wrapped up there.
Yeah, they're out there. They're playing hard. Guys are scrapping it. Might have
hit the rim with
hurt it on one of those fantastic dunks he had there early on. Trying to break the rim, he busted his hand.
Good to see him talking it up with Jared Martin. Post-surgery. Lopes in action. Saturday night, CSU Bakersfield. You can see the game right here. 7 p.m. Kate will be on with the pregame show, 6:30 here local time. Then it's off to Utah Valley, and that's a battle for second place, at least for now, as the Wolverines won their 20th game of the season. They're 20-8, and they're also 9-4. And then at Seattle to close it out before the WAC tournament. Have you got your tickets? To see at the Orleans Arena. Needed to be a sea of purple up there and propel the Lopes into the NCAA tournament. Coach Siegler, familiar with the Lone Star Conference, former assistant at Midwestern State in Wichita Falls. Carlos Johnson back on the court. Milstead. Finding some room, kicks it out. Drexel for three. Not there. Blumberg's got a left hand on it, but not enough. Parker tried to get it up. Oh, Drexel almost got it. Murphy inside, looking for some space. Drops for Sawyer.
The Greyhounds got timeout after that fast break, giving this team a little breather. He talked about that game they played last night and then a bus ride through the night to come across New Mexico and on in here to the Valley.
Lots of athletics underway here at GCU. Head coach Andy Stankiewicz, GCU baseball team back on the road this Friday. They'll tackle the USC Trojans at historic Dado Field for a 3-game series. Dado. They're back at Brazel Field at GCU Ballpark on March 6th for a single game with the Wolfpack of Nevada. First pitch set for 6 p.m. You can catch it online at gcu.tv. Arizona's coming to town. Good to see those Pac-12 teams coming in. Inside, Blumbergs, left hand up the window.
Oh, beautiful play right there. Robert Blumbergs, I tell you, he's getting active off that point.
Good to have him now, a confidence builder. Up high, look out, Greyhounds, little payback medicine. Woo! Darius Sawyer from Inverness, Florida.
It's like he had a propeller strapped to his back that time. He hung and elevated and waited on that ball as it floated to him.
Milstead tried, Finke diving in, got the rebound, kicked out, fresh 30 all the way over to Johnson. Puts it on the floor, backing in, turns, fires underneath. Blumbergs again battling. Jump ball, possession arrow, GCU.
I'm liking Blumbergs right now, really flexing. But how about this one right here? That was a thing of beauty. Sawyer got up there and just hung kind of a matrix-like hang time and then slamming that one down over the defender.
I guess you gotta be number 4.
That's right, like Oscar Frere. Something about the power of the 4.
I knew that when I was younger. Turnaround doesn't go.
Look now, but it's only a 6-point game and
stop it, Poppy, look out. Loose ball, Drexel all over the floor. Tim Finke. Milstead stops. Tim Finke up over the top. Labor's in the game, off the glass, hoop and a harm.
See, that's one thing that Labor does so much better than Blumberg's right now is when he catches that ball never comes below his chest. He uses his size, he keeps it high, and doesn't let any of the little guys come down and tie him up. I was going to say, Blumberg, I like the job he was doing on that offensive glass, but he has a tendency when he catches that ball at his forehead to gather it back down below towards, below his numbers close to his waist, and that's when the little guys can pounce on it and tie you up.
Lopes 11 assists on 12 field goals.
If you keep that ball high, for all my young bigs out there, you keep that ball high with your elbows up right about where their nose and their chin is, they want to back away from it. You bring it down low, now they want to move in on you. I'm not saying you got to throw those bows, but just use them as a deterrent. Nobody likes to get hit in the chops.
Long distance, Devin Pullum, their leading scorer, coming in 12.8 points per game. 7-point game. Greyhounds hanging around. Quick ball movement. Michael Finke in the corner. Bam!
That's where I was talking to Finke over that right corner before the game. I told him the baseline, Jay, used to be my shot, but they never let me shoot it all the way out to the three-point line. He said, that sucks for you. And he knocks down 3 threes just to rub it in my face.
Wow, that's brutal. Murphy a foul. Milstead called.
Yeah, look at this one more time. I love the ball. It doesn't stick on the perimeter. Nice little swing to the next open guy. Players can't move and defenders can't move rather as fast as that ball does. And give everybody an assist on that for a good execution of an offensive set.
Check, the foul was on Labor. He's going to take a seat with 2 personal fouls. Frayer back on the court. Eight-point GCU lead. Milstead brings it up. High by Pullum. Finds Frayer. Frayer trying to turn the corner, kicks it out. Carlos, he cuts in. Underhand. And good.
He's so good. He won't settle for that outside shot anymore. He just realized that there's nobody in the Western Athletic Conference that can stop him going to the rack. Took him a minute to figure it out. But now once he solved that riddle, he has been absolutely money at taking it to the basket.
15 points for Johnson. Nice move there. Peeling off of Carlos. Not there. Foul's going to be on Drexel. Timeout on the floor. 7:43 to go. 10-point GCU lead. We were just touching on accolades for the likes of Carlos Johnson, as he has a big 15 points in the game here early on, and he has been lighting it up, taking it to the hole.
That's what he's been doing. He's been aggressive right from the very beginning, driving that ball right into the heart of the defense, putting too much pressure on Eastern New Mexico, and they can't handle him down there. He's too big, too strong. I like this one right here. Just a little curl off the screen there, takes on 2 defenders and knocks it down. And then this one here, just straight off the dribble. Right? That's a straight line drive from 25 feet out, and then the high handoff. Gets cute with it off the glass. Another one here, hard to the basket. A little dipsy-do, takes some contact into concentration to finish the shot. CJ off and running, 15 points.
Time to take a look at the BSN Sports calendar for GCU Sports. BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Men's volleyball coming up 6 p.m. against UCLA on March 1st. Softball, Utah. Bakersfield here Saturday night against the Lopes on the court. Portland and women's tennis, Nevada on the Brazel Field at GCU Ballpark. Utah Valley women's volleyball here on the 7th. Beach volleyball will be taking on the Lobos on the 8th. Men's tennis against Liberty on the 12th. USC comes to town at Antelope Gymnasium on the 14th. And then men's golf at the beautiful GCU Championship Golf Course for the GCU Invitational. Man, there's a ton going on here. Happy birthday to Mrs. Mueller tonight.
Hey, happy birthday.
Plenty of activities here on the campus. We encourage you to come out and support GCU athletics. They completed 10 new athletic facilities in just 2 years here on campus.
Yeah, I'm going to come out and check out a baseball game. I've been saying that for a year now, and I got the new stadium. Weather's getting warmer. Spring training's here. I'm getting, baseball was my first love.
It was. Yep.
So I'm going to come out and check them out.
Same with Marley.
Who's the coach?
Coach Andy Stankiewicz, former Diamondback?
Yes, ran into Stankiewicz the other day. Yeah, doing a good job with that program.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Team USA. They look sharp. They can hit. Sawyer. Frayer got on him, but Sawyer tried to throw it back, but out of bounds. Looking there for Murphy.
Trying to go right to the basket again. It's kind of an odd play. It's like almost like Sawyer got it back as he was still in the air from when he tried to shoot it and then tried to sling it out to one of his teammates out of the wing. Threw it out of bounds.
Finke!
It wasn't the most powerful of dunks, but it was a great job of Finke establishing that low post position, and it seemed like he had a little lead-footed there. He couldn't get up and elevate and slam it down the way he wanted to, but Love's doing a good job trying to limit this attack by the Greyhounds to one and done.
Back to Frayer for three. Too heavy, loose ball underneath. Emili with the rebound. Here come the Greyhounds. Pull him. Ooh, went right through.
5
Emili. Power play goal through the 5-hole. How about the Coyotes are fighting for a playoff spot?
What?
The Coyotes.
Oh, I had no idea. I haven't really been following my Yotes this year.
Playing well.
News calendars year. I'm glad they're playing
stuff
well.
going on. Spring training.
I love going to playoff games.
Hockey. Fighting for that. Whoops. Michael Finke. A little short on the three. Driving baseline. Bounce pass underneath. Fighting his way through. Lemond.
What a nice bounce pass from one side of the key to the other. Caught the defense ball watching and slipped right behind him and got an easy bucket inside.
Drexel cuts it in. Bounce pass. Frayer drives. Oh, hoop and a harm.
I think that was Murphy that tried to step in and draw a charge. Look at this one more time here. That beautiful bounce pass. Good hands. Catching that ball, going up with power off the glass. And then look at this one by Frayer. He just put his head down and sliced and knifed right by the Greyhound defense. Got that bucket inside.
Drexel takes a seat. Labor back on. Frayer misses. One area. Been kind of scuffling all season from the free throw line. 57% free throw shooter for Frayer. Parker looking for some room. Trying to drive. Goes left hand. Is fouled. Looks like by Frayer.
That's one of those plays where you just get the defender going one direction and come back the other way. Frayer didn't want to foul him there, but a smart move, dipping the shoulder into the defender and getting that body contact. Fortunately, comes up empty on that first free throw attempt.
84% free throw shooter, 41 of 49 coming in. Under 6 to go. That's tough when you shoot those air balls, huh, Scott? That ever happened to you?
Air ball?
From the free throw line?
Oh, not from the free throw line. I'm talking about, yeah, in the game I've shot one from the field. Yeah, you got defenders flying at you, depth perception, maybe stayed out too late on the road one night.
What?
Not on the free throw line.
Nothing? Never? Ever?
Hope not. Hope you got video. You trying to say you found some video?
Well, no.
Okay, I don't. Hey, you always forget the shots that are embarrassing to you. It's easy to remember the big makes. Harder to remember the air ball.
It's tough from the line with all the eyeballs on you.
That's right.
Oh, Finke, I thought he was going to hand that off to Frayer. Finke turning. Johnson, oh, look at that. Charge.
Really nice job that time, getting in there, driving in, got Johnson sized up this time, didn't let him knife by. Took that contact hard for his teammates. The second on CJ.
Approaching 5 minutes to go, opening half. 11-point Lopes lead. Holman to his left, kicks back. Parker beyond the arc. Looks for the three-pointer. Not there. Johnson with the rebound. Carlos.
Little thing defensively there by Frere, coming up, challenging that shot without getting off his feet.
Ooh, Carlos Johnson. Tries a fancy behind the back, but unsuccessful. Lemon got it out of bounds, but a Lopes ball with 17 on the shot clock.
You nailed it, Barry. It's almost like he tried to hook it over his shoulder without looking.
Michael Finke picked off. Parker backs up. Michael Finke on him. Looking to cross over, but look who is there to pick his pocket. Oh, but right back at it. Oh, no. Milstead down, grabbing that right leg. Siegler actually attending to him.
I think he's cramping up.
Oh, man. Let's hope that's the case. Looks like he's back on his feet.
Yeah, I think something happened as he went down. He gets kind of like his feet get stopped short right there. And sometimes it's just enough to make you cramp up. Maybe a little dehydration.
Shades of Dwayne Russell.
Yeah, Russell was famous for cramping up.
Oh, that hurts though, huh? Oh.
Losing 4 general. The great news is you come right off that pine with Trey Drexel, who's another solid ball handler and has been with most of these starters in that starting unit for more than 2/3 of the season.
Quick 3 attempt, not there. Big rebound. Carlos Johnson. Approaching 4 to go, opening half. Drexel comes out on top, goes left. Johnson slashes in, stops. Oh, picked off, getting sloppy.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 minutes, just not valuing the basketball.
Underneath, Frere with the block. Drexel brings it up. Drexel's got some room. Comes from behind, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Lopes' ball.
That's some ugly basketball down that last 3-minute stretch.
Oh, well, we had to take a seat. 3:43 to go. 37-26, Lopes over the Greyhounds. We'll be right back.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
Welcome back to the Lopes game as we are winding down in the first half, just under 4 minutes to go. Right now, Grand Canyon with the 37-26 lead over Eastern New Mexico on God Bless America night. Many of the fans in the stands tonight wearing red, white, and blue, and everyone supporting those who have served our country and are currently serving our country now. And before the game, a very special moment for one GCU student. At the tailgate today, Janelle Anchetta was contracted to serve in the U.S. Army. Here, a swearing-in ceremony. Officer in charge of the GCU ROTC, Captain Odom, presided on this very memorable event. The student body looking on, just incredible, as Anchetta pledges to serve the U.S. with members of Luke Air Force Base on hand. And Dan Marley making the trip out there to congratulate, and we wish Anchetta the best of luck, and we just thank all those who have given their lives, take time away from their family, their friends, their own interests to serve in the interests of the U.S. citizens, a very special night. And guys, I think for us, we talk so often about heroes in sports, but you got to use that word lightly when you think of the big picture and the true American hero, and we just salute them tonight.
No doubt. Well said.
Well said.
Pales in comparison. Finke up high. Fire! Oh, baby!
Well,
getting used to seeing that, man.
Well, after some sloppy play, Coach Majerle dials up one of his favorites out of a timeout, the whole high handoff alley-oop to Oscar Freire, and those two delivered the connection beautifully. 32 points in the paint for the Lopes.
Driving baseline, big right hand, not there. Michael Finke up to Drexel. Drexel to Freire. Off the top, goes out, belong to the Greyhounds.
Outside of one three-point bomb by Finke, I can't remember the Lopes really hitting an outside shot, but that's something that they've been doing extremely well, and that's a nice job by Finke. Both of these bigs can pass really well out of that high post area. But 1 of 8 shooting from outside the paint. It's a good thing they got 32 of those 39 in the paint.
Ooh, a nice bucket off the glass by Emili, senior forward from New City, New York. Ooh, boy, they choreographed that. Michael Finke to Tim Finke.
You know, they had some time off since their last basketball game. You wonder if you don't get used to the actual speed. I know Coach Majerle's had practices a little shorter. They haven't been going up and down as much. Sometimes when you don't have that live action, you don't anticipate a defender being able to as quickly as they possibly can be.
Michael Finke from Drexel underneath off the window.
That's not exactly the way you would teach a bounce pass. The way Drexel slammed it off the floor with 2 hands, but he had to give Finke some time to run to where he wanted him to be, so he got creative with a power bounce pass.
Isn't quite like Steph Curry in the All-Star game. Fulham to his left. Drexel's called. Second on Drexel.
Are you referring to that one that Steph Curry threw to Antetokounmpo from the Bucks?
Yeah.
What did he bounced it alley-oop?
Yeah, bounced off. Yep. That's Steph Curry. I don't know if you know or not. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he can do
Have
a
you
lot
seen
of
him
things
play?
with that ball. Yeah. Not only can he dish it, he can stroke it from the outside. I've seen him shoot that ball from 7, 8, 10 feet sometimes intentionally from behind the three-point line.
I love watching like the pregame stuff that he pulls off. You know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he does one from center court where he kind of throws it one-handed over one shoulder into the basket.
Pull him at the line. Well, 2 minutes to go. 11-point GCU lead. Greyhounds playing well here. This non-conference matchup.
They're playing real well. They're hanging tough.
We just played last night. Long. Boy, the 3 is chilly after it was red hot against Cal Baptist. Off of the window for Blumbergs.
Well, just smashing them on the glass, smashing them inside, but still only a 13-point advantage. I would have thought this thing would have been closer to 18 or 22 points at the half. So as bad as they're getting beat up inside, give them some credit. They have not run out of gas.
Freire got a hand on it, but it's going to be 2 up high. Devin Pullum.
Majerle, a little incredulous look there that somebody could drive from some 30 feet right down the heart of his right side of his defense and get a layup.
Pullum with 8. Drexel. Finke. Look down low. Steps back. Drives towards the baseline. Turns to his left. Going to kick it back out. Look out. Oh, man.
I don't know if, I'm going to give the Greyhounds some credit defensively, but a lot of these turnovers that we were talking about seem to be unforced. There's been slight pressure, but nothing the Lopes haven't handled better in the past. But sometimes not having your floor general out there, Milstead, can lead to some sloppy play.
Oh, look at here, a 3-pointer. Milstead's at the scorer's table, but Devin Pullum.
I don't know if he's going to get into this game before this half is over. I might go sip on a Gatorade if I was him, getting ready for the second half.
Well, they almost got that picked off. Finke, short. Well, they're not finishing with a flourish here to close out the half. Better get this out of their system. They can't pull this off against the Roadrunners.
Very ill-advised shot right there. I thought they had a chance to take that one down, play close to what would have been the last second shot of the half. Now on the offensive on the foul there, they're going to go the other way. Lopes going to get shots from free throws, but how about that one right there? Just made him dance out there on the perimeter and sized it up nicely and pull him up.
Deng Kuani with the foul. Now the arc and the free throws. 4 of 6 though at the line in this opening half. 18 of 20 against the Lancers with the Lopes. They'll need to be solid from the free throw line come tournament time. Kuani throws it up. Air ball closes it out. Lopes on top, 43-35. What many had anticipated, a much larger margin. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Coach, first half is in the books, and some of the things you preach with this team, the rebounding, ball control, taking care of that ball, hasn't been exactly happening. What have you seen in the first half of the looks?
Bad display, rebounding, awful. Too many turnovers, defensive-wise, too many paint touches, guys getting the basket, not paying attention to detail. Very disappointed, so we have to regroup here in the second half and just play better defense.
What do you want to see specifically in the second half? What are you going to say to your team in just a few minutes?
Play our type of basketball. We didn't want to take a step back, and that first half was definitely a step back. I mean, we didn't come to play, and it's very disappointing.
Thank you very much. And guys, Scott, I'm sure you've heard this with teams. Sometimes you look at your competition and you might not be bringing your A game, and we know that's unacceptable for Dan Marley, and you got to hand it to Eastern New Mexico so far. Strong first half.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan came to play, gave them all what they came to handle, going to the basket. And Coach Marley nailed it. Just unforced errors offensively, and then not really boxing out, not protecting their paint the way that they should. And they're hanging around. They got another 20 minutes of basketball they're going to have to play.
I have a feeling Coach Marley's going to let the players know he wasn't too pleased in that opening half. GCU, albeit on top, 43-35 against Eastern New Mexico. Going to be back with more of our halftime festivities here from Phoenix after we take this quick timeout. Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common... all right.
I'm a professional manner!
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon.
Welcome back, Thundering being heard performing right now at halftime as GCU is on top at the break, 43-35 over the Greyhounds. However, just moments ago, I talked with Dan Marley. He said the Lopes not playing their characteristic style of basketball, and he wants to see more of that competition in the second half. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks for joining us here on the Lopes Halftime Show on Your View. And I'm joined by some very special friends. First, some friends we've seen in the past down here on the court at GCU this time of the year, and now the Satterley family. We are getting ready for the Race to Fight Children's Cancer. We are joined by race starter former families and the current families here, including Gwen down here. So I'm going to welcome in Mom Leslie. Just tell us, please, about Gwen's story.
So Gwen was diagnosed in June of 2016. It came out of nowhere. She ended up having a fever one weekend in the middle of the summer. We took her in after she had a rash on her neck, and we found out that she had leukemia. So we were rushed to the hospital, and treatment started the next day.
It's absolutely a parent's nightmare, just hearing a moment like that. It makes your heart stop. So going through this, Dad, what was it like for you to watch your daughter and what she endured?
It's been a struggle, but Gwen has got an amazing personality. She's a happy kid. She's got a smile on her face all the time, and we've had an amazing outreach of support. Children's Cancer Network has done a phenomenal job of putting us in the right direction and getting us the resources we need.
Yeah, can you expand on some of those resources that CCN has provided?
They've been great with giving emotional support and more of the taking care of the social aspect, providing families that we've gotten to know and hang out with, and also for siblings. A lot of support for siblings, which is good.
Yeah, Paige, Gwen's older sister, is just a few feet away from us. What has CCN been able to provide for her to help her in the sport as she watches her sister engage in this incredible fight?
So they have been amazing at providing some one-on-one attention, which is what she needs. Gwen gets a lot of attention because of her diagnosis, and so we focused a lot of energy and effort, and CCN has done the same on getting Paige the resources and an opportunity to get out and do stuff on her own too.
That's terrific because it does affect the whole family, and we've seen some great images of Gwen doing her gymnastics along with big sister Paige. Yeah. She does have a smile on her face. We know she's a strong-spirited girl. How is she doing right now?
She's doing great. Everything's getting back to normal, in school, having fun, and gets to do fun kid things again. It's really great.
And one of those fun kid things, I know it wasn't the path you wanted to take, but being a race starter will be a neat day for the family. What are you anticipating?
A lot of fun, a great turnout hopefully, and really just trying to spread the word so that everyone knows about this great resource, and hopefully more funding for research and support.
Yeah, as families are hearing about this at home, I know they are touched by your story. So what would be your message to them about how they can help, how they can support? We want to remind everyone with the race coming up March 16th, they can find out information online. But from a dad who's gone through it, how can they lend support to this cause?
Awareness. Awareness is our top priority. We want to get more funding for cancer research, and we want to make sure that people put and focus attention on children's cancer so that it gets more funding.
And you guys have formed a community here. I know, again, this isn't the bond these families wanted to go through, but what is it like when you have these other kids on your side, other parents? I know you guys attend events together, but the community and family who have come out of a sad situation, you guys have made it better.
Yeah, it's invaluable. I mean, to be able to have people to talk to, great friends that we've ended up making along the way, people that really know what we're going through, and we can ask questions and cry with and laugh with, and the same thing for the kids.
And these kids are a little shy, but I can be the witness. They have been talking to me. Gwen has her smile on her face. We have Jace over there and his brothers, and we know that you guys have gone through incredible things. We've appreciated having you guys out on the court the former years, former race starters. And guys, any kid who wants to talk on camera, it can be intimidating, but do we have any Go Lopes?
I say Go Lopes.
Go Lopes? We've got a lot of parents doing it. Any Go Lopes? Go Lopes? Every once in a while they chime in, but the exciting thing is these kids are incredible fighters. On a night where we're talking about American heroes, those who serve the country, we're also talking about the littlest heroes. So we wish you guys all the best of luck, and our race starter Gwen, go have fun on March 16th and join in on the fight and help them with this race and anything else you can do. Meanwhile, when we come back, we will be talking more Lopes basketball with Barry and Scott. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with first half highlights, stats, and much more.
enable me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career, while also making sure you have time for yourself and your family. Today, you can learn anywhere and anytime, giving kids a look into the technological advances that pushed you forward. Being strong and compassionate makes you a role model through this formative period in their lives. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators to reach for their dreams. You're giving them the tools they need to achieve them.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Back at GCU Arena, 43-35, the Lopes over the Greyhounds. Brady Tell, Scott Williams back here in Phoenix. Well, it's a 43-35 lead, but I have a feeling Coach Marley's not all that pleased in the locker room here.
No, you look at the stats, sheet only 8 turnovers, but those 8 were bad turnovers, not forced by anything that the defense was doing. They did a nice job getting some points in the paint, but they don't work on defense. That's going to make Coach Marley mad. They shot the Greyhounds shot 46%.
Wow. Time now for our Dignity Health halftime highlights and stats. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. How about Damari to Oscar?
I love the way the game got started. They went inside with their first 10 points were in that painted area. Then you got Chewy doing some work down low. He's so quick with that basketball. I love the high handoff to CJ that just floated that one in there. Then Oscar Frere again with another backdoor dunk. Carlos Johnson, he was fantastic in this first half. 15 points with drives to the basket all night long. Then another second chance point opportunity there. Banging it inside there for Parker. And then big game Bob off the bench. Not a whole lot off that bench for the Lopes in that first half. Just 4 bench points to 16 for the Greyhounds. And that was a big one there by Sawyer. He did a wonderful job in that first half. He had 11 points off the pine. 16, as I said. And then this one right here by the high hand off the Figgy to Frere one more time. But Pullum, he was really good. Came in and off that bench and knocking down those outside shots.
Take a look at our stats brought to you by Dignity Health. We saw the Lopes hitting 52.8, 1 of 8 from the arc, 16-4 the assist margin. If you've already touched on the turnovers, points in paint, that's a positive. 36-14. It's obviously an area that I'm sure they want to accentuate here in the second half.
Yeah, keep sharing the basketball. 16 assists and 19 field goals. That's absolutely tremendous. But defensive, that's where Coach Marley wants to see the biggest improvement in the second half.
Well, they got to clean it up because you can't play this type of basketball on Saturday when Bakersfield comes to town.
No, Bakersfield, eat your lunch if you try to play like that.
All right, Kate will be back with more as we're getting ever so close to the start of the second half. So keep it right here.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
You use the latest technology to treat patients, but your care and compassion is timeless. And as an RN, you delight in sharing it. But there's always room to grow. Advancing your career means helping more patients and providing even more care. Grand Canyon University's online programs in nursing Make it convenient for you to become the expert every patient deserves. Healthcare has made significant advancements, and GCU teaches you how to prepare for the future. By applying that knowledge, you're able to stay up to date with the latest medical technologies. And since GCU's nursing programs are online, you can access your program from anywhere, so you're always there for those most important.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
We're seconds away from the second half, tipping off here inside GCU Arena. The Lopes with an 8-point lead over Eastern New Mexico. Leading the way for the Greyhounds off the bench. Very impressive performance by Devin Pullman with 11 points to his name. Chewy with 7, and both Murphy and Parker chipping in with 5 each. As for the Lopes, it's a game high so far in the first half with 15 points for Carlos Johnson, Michael Finke with 11 points, Oscar Freyer 8 points, and Labor with 5. All right, guys, we're just seconds away from the second half being underway. We heard Dan Marley's message to us about the Lopes needing to show up and play their type of basketball rather. It'll be awkward if they play baseball. However, let's see if the message was received. Dan Marley normally pretty powerful with those halftime speeches. Now we'll see what the Lopes can do. This may be a non-conference matchup, but the outcome does matter to their coach.
Oh, no doubt about that, Gabe. Thank you. Yeah, they have got to sharpen it up. Bakersfield close it out on Saturday. And then on to Utah Valley, the big one, as the Wolverines and the Lopes are tied for second. And then on to Seattle to close it out before the tournament. Get your tickets now. Greyhounds bounce pass underneath. Labor not giving up an inch, but underneath, off the glass, too heavy. Fouls committed. Lelamond is fouled. Freyer called.
Well, they threw it down low inside, and Chewy didn't have anything down there, and did a nice job moving without the basketball. And what a beautiful slip of the basketball to his cutting teammate. And you get that ball down below that free throw line, bad things happen to you defensively, and that time the Greyhounds took advantage of the Lopes.
Get the backhand. Milstead brings it up.
Tell you what, Lopes got a 15-game winning streak that dates back to 1963 over Eastern New Mexico. It's on the line tonight.
Way before I was born. Way before I was born. 1963. That was a nice play by Finke and Labor, the two bigs. Labor pulls down the rebound.
Rich Reed was probably riding bicycles back in '63.
Oh, Rich, that's Scott, by the way. Apparently he was in training wheels. Well, here again with the bigs. Oh, look at Michael Finke getting a little fancy.
I like that right there, a little dipsy-do. Up and under move to the other side of the basket. Real cute with it.
Parker, Freyer's on him. Parker squeezes to the left, short. Carlos Johnson, quick. Ooh, that was a little awkward, but he got it up to Freyer. Back to Carlos. Stops, pops, glass, in. Well, it didn't look pretty, but it's 2 points.
How about that? Carlos falling down at one point in time at the midcourt stripe, ends up the guy with making the bucket. Tell you what, good to see Milstead back out there on the floor, too. Yep. pretty sure it was cramps.
Finke backing in. There's Lemon underneath his foul.
Nice.
Michael Finke.
Nice up and under move there by Finke. Got the defender going one direction and shows him that shot like he's going to do a left shoulder turn to a right-hand hook. And then once the defender gets off the floor, you just snap it back and you come back to the opposite direction. Get that contact and lock down your free throw.
Finke hits the front end. Darius Sawyer checks back into the game for the Greyhounds. Six of 8 from the line are the Lopes. Tripped up. 8-0 Lopes run. Timeout, Greyhounds. They were in trouble.
Smart play that time by Coleman. He got tripped up with Milstead, went to the ground with the ball, but he calls timeout and keeps possession.
Let's send it down courtside. Kate Longwood.
Well, guys, it has been an impressive effort we've talked about from the Greyhounds, really holding their own in that first half. They were only down by 8 at the break. This is a Division I, going up against a Division I opponent, Division II opponent. And the reason I say this is impressive because just talking about their schedule makes me tired. Last night, they played West Texas A&M in Canyon, Texas. That's very close to Amarillo. Now, after the game, they hopped on a bus around 9 p.m. in Texas. They drove all night, or the majority of the night. Coach says, hey, it wasn't that bad. They each had their own row to sleep, but we'll get back to you, Scott Williams, how easy it is to sleep when you have the height of a basketball player on a bus. Now, they made it to Gallup, New Mexico sometime in the middle of the night. They got a hotel, so they got to finish sleeping, but then they got up early, and they drove 5 more hours today. Coach saying this is pretty grueling. This is something that, yeah, a lot of players, they can expect in high school travel like this, the players said. However, at the college level, they didn't know something like this was still inevitable, and I hear that a lot, too, I think, when you talk to pro players in different sports, whether it's like baseball in the minor leagues, they think, oh, we made it to the big show. Not quite. They're on the bus a lot, and in the lower end hotels, not exactly what they expected to be making the big bucks as a baseball player. And now we're seeing it for this college basketball team. They're obviously a great team. They're a solid team, bringing their great effort, but I don't even think they had time for a shoot around. They were just getting off a bus. Talk about having to stretch those long legs, and they're not even cramping up out there.
I know all too well about hard travel. I coached in the D-League one season where I actually had to drive the van from Los Angeles to Bakersfield, getting to the hotel, staying in places that made me think. I laughed when I used to think that when I was in the NBA, how the Ritz-Carltons weren't as nice as the Four Seasons. Those words will never come out of my mouth ever again.
Remarkable. For the love of the game.
Yeah, I stayed at one place there. They had snow flurries would come underneath the door. Your door opened up to the parking lot outside.
Oh, yeah. Gotta put that towel down.
Yeah, you stuff the towels down under the door. Had snow flurries coming in the room, trying to get a pregame nap. I was
Finke for 3. Rings out. A little drafty in here with the snowdrift coming up through the door.
I'll tell you, if the Lopes could make some outside shots, they'd be able to really pull away. And not to say that 15's not a nice lead, but this is one of those ones where against a D2 opponent, you think they'd have a 30-point victory tonight, but just 1 of 9 from 3-point range tonight.
Johnson weaving around underneath. Michael Finke, career point 1,000. Michael Finke, congratulations.
That's the finish he wanted. He didn't quite get the dunk in the first half that he wanted, but he threw that one down with authority.
Weaving underneath. It's like Prayer's going to be called on the foul on Isaiah Murphy.
Look at this one more time. CJ gives it underneath the 2 of them and said, that must be jammed because Jelly don't move like that.
Murphy hits the front end. Congratulations, Michael Finke. 3 fouls on Frayer.
1,000 points. I don't know how many I had in college. I don't even know.
Really?
I think I had 1,000. That's great. Good for that young man. He's played. He's really had that injury. He missed some time, and Matt Jackson came in and played well for him. But when you're a senior, you want to be able to go out and play in your best. Transferring over here to play with your little brother, and he's certainly making the most of his minutes.
Waver heavy on the 3. Pulled down by Emili. Greyhounds bring it up. Pull him. Stops. Pulls back. Frayer eyeing him. Trying to get a little bit of help. Finds Zach Parker. Johnson's on him. Parker looking to go to his right. Weaving up underneath. Charge on Parker.
Yeah, good job by Finke stepping in and taking that charge. Parker got so crafty with the ball. He got around Carlos Johnson, but when you talk about help side defense and being there for your teammates, that's exactly what the 5th-year senior did. He stepped into that driving lane and took that blow.
53-38. Lopes on top of the Greyhounds. 16:07 to go. Finke down low. Laver, quick turn. Got his own rebound. Tap back, doesn't go. Tip again. Laver's going to try again. Laver gets it back. Laver really wants it, but it's stoned. Wow.
Laver can't believe it. He's like, I was right there. I had it. I saw. I visualized it, but I gave up empty.
I'm thinking maybe you should let somebody else have a shot at it. I don't know. Let's send it over to Kate.
All right, thank you guys. I am joined by folks from the men's volleyball team, Coach Majerle, and also senior player and business manager, or majoring in business manager. We're trying to get him a job by this interview. Will Schroe. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. And you really just had a grueling schedule. You're in the middle of a very tough stretch this season, playing 3 top 10 teams. How difficult has it been for the team, and how has the team endured?
It's been challenging. I knew that we were really talented this year going into the season. Just some youthful errors, but the whole idea was to get some growth and get some experience, and we've shown that we can compete with some of the best teams in the country. It's just a matter of eliminating some of the youthful mistakes.
So where do you feel like the team is at right now? How have they handled that challenge?
There's definitely a couple matches that we think that could have gone our way, so we're a little disappointed in those, especially BYU this past Saturday. We have UCLA coming in on Friday here. We're really excited about it, and we know we can compete. We know we can win.
6th-ranked Bruins, what are you anticipating with that match?
It's going to be a great match for sure. A lot of high-level volleyball. UCLA's a great team, but our team always seems to rise to the occasion.
That's Friday night here at GCU Arena. What is it like from a player's perspective? You guys are going up against some of the best in the country. How is it making you better at the game?
Well, it always makes us want to play better. Having the Havocs here, having the great atmosphere, we really feel like we really rise to the occasion.
Now, we've talked so much about the atmosphere here at GCU, but what is it like to be an athlete at GCU and have the support of the community? I know you chose GCU with your home in Maryland, coming out west. What has the whole experience been like for you?
Oh, it's one of the main reasons I chose GCU. Not only do we get support from the fans, but from the athletic department to the academics, they're always really helpful for the athletes.
And Coach, I know you obviously want to put the best competition on the court, but I know it's also important to you to have well-rounded players out there. Why is that so key for you?
You know, I'm so proud of these guys. We have the best group of young men. It's something that will carry over into wins in the future. It's just a matter, you know, the guys want to be supported by the community, and I'm super proud of them.
All right, well, thank you guys. We wish you the best of luck on Friday, and as we send it up to you guys, we always are talking about to be the best, you got to go after the best. That's exactly what the men's volleyball team has been doing, and hopefully folks will come out and support them Friday night.
Friday night right here, GCU Arena, the UCLA Bruins.
Tell you what, that kid Will, he got those Hollywood good looks, doesn't he?
Yeah, you could put him in a suit. He'll be anchoring the local news. All the student athletes here, very well spoken. Represent the university very, very well. Greyhounds 0 for 4 here in the second half. 4 of 9 are the Lopes. Back back to Nick Brown. Finke on him. Brown trying to weave on the right side. Labor's there. He's going to be called.
Luke's having a difficult time staying in front of these Greyhounds off the bounce, getting into that painted area, putting pressure on that back line. Once Finke was able to take the charge, this time Labor not able to get quite in position. They're on a trip to the free throw line as a result. Got to do a better job staying in front of guys who have the basketball on the bounce.
It wasn't one of those tic-tac plays. I mean, he saw Nick Brown coming. He's got to get planted, right?
He's got to get planted. I think he was planted, but Brown does a good job just knifing to the outside of Labor's numbers. So, yes, you would love to essentially be able to take that charge, but it's a lot of pressure on the big guy to figure out exactly where he's going. Is he going straight? Is he going to deke left? Is he going to deke right? Get down in the stance and don't let him drive it into that painted area. Big guys don't want to have to always make a play down there at the rim.
Brown just 2 points at 25 the other night. Carlos Johnson. Oh, baby, did you guys see that move?
Elevated and detonated along that baseline to steal a phrase from my guy Leander, who's in the house. That was beautiful basketball. You say, you want to take me off the dribble? I'll take you off the dribble too. Whew.
Brown, long distance. Oh, look at here. Couldn't probably have mentioned just the 2 points because now it's 5.
Yeah. Well, Brown had himself a nice game last night in Texas and got 12 points off the pine. This bench has done a nice job coming in and providing the lift. Look at this one more time by Carlos Johnson. Just a little show and go hard to the rack. And he says, I don't care who you are, you're going to have to meet me on the 10th floor. That's where the party's at, and then right back the other way. Brown says, I'm going to take the lid off the top of the defense and throw it in from out here from 20 feet.
Officials are going to review this as Labor. Interesting. Now they're going to hold it up.
I almost care what I say.
Wow.
They're over here reviewing the play. I don't.
We'll just keep going. You guys, if you come up with anything, just let us know.
Maybe they were ordering their entrees to go or something. Officials just. Are they going to make him shoot that free throw over again, or are they going to give him credit for that first make?
A little conversation.
Okay, one shot. You can see the one finger go up by the official there.
Yeah.
Even Charles was down there at the scorer's table, kind of a little smirk on his face, like, what the heck is going on out here?
Under 14 and a half to go. Lopes up 57-42. Final home game Saturday night. Hope to see you here. Long three. That's well off the mark. Player was there. Labor picks it up. Up to Milstead. Milstead looks right, goes. Oh, that was telegraphed. Brown picked it off. Pull him. Underneath. Well executed. Hoop and a harm. Freyer's called.
When it gets sloppy from the Lopes, it gets real sloppy.
It does, doesn't it?
And you know, you schedule this game so you don't have rust on Saturday. And you know there's going to be some situations where you're not going to always look great, but the Lopes are doing a good job of looking spectacularly bad in some situations where that's why you play this game, so you don't look bad on Saturday when it would really come back to bite you in the rear end.
Freyer sits with 4 personal fouls with 8 points, coming off an 18-point performance against California Baptist. Carlos Johnson. Open for Finke, hits the 3. Adding to his career point total.
Well, you know, Finke was really good on that road trip, and had 30, some really big scoring games, and he has come back here and done the same tonight. He's got 20 on the evening and been playing hard on both sides of the basketball.
Havoc's letting him know it was an air ball. Milstead turns. Michael Fickey again. Oh, baby!
Well, that's just a little pick and pop, and that's the maturity level of Damari Milstead, realizing he's got a buddy with a hot hand. All I'm going to do is a simple, just high pick and pop and let him operate.
Oh, and Fickey got a hand in on that. Carlos Johnson! God bless America!
Yeah, that was like the Ferris wheel dunk right there. He brought that one down from about 6 o'clock on the dial and finished at about 1 o'clock and threw that one home the hard way.
Nick Brown short, rebound under, oh my. Put back by Isaiah Murphy.
Nice timeout because their team were starting to run out of gas, and Carlos Johnson just really wound up on that one, and it flexed those biceps and deltoids. Let them know that this is our house.
Oh, look at that.
What a good timeout when his team was running out of energy. Give him a little breather, try to regroup.
And send it back over to Kate.
Well, talking about owning your sport, congrats to the GCU indoor track and field team, many of them in attendance for tonight's game. They just won the WAC championships for the 4th straight year. They become just the 4th school to win 4 straight WAC indoor team titles. The men won by 48 points, the women by 34.5. William Winfield, the 4th, won the 60-meter hurdles. Alexa Hokinson won the 800 meters. Trey Johnson with the long jump. Allison Schwartz showing off pole vault. Chris Lennon Jr. won the high jump, and Greg Carpenter doing a little bit of it all. He won the heptathlon, and for the Lopes, it was pretty impressive with a performance like that. So what are you going to do? You're going to go give Coach Tom Flood WAC Coach of the Year for sure.
No doubt about it. 4 straight. Owning the WAC. Laver muscles it in.
Laver with a little chicken wing to move the defender out of the way and threw that little right-hand hook in. 20-point lead now for the Lopes.
Woolman back out. Sawyer will leave it there. Murphy pushes back out. Long distance. Zach Parker.
Parker had himself a 3 threes last night. Comes back and knocks down one here. He's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second half.
Milstead. Johnson. 12 on the shot clock. Back to Michael Fickey. Oh, Michael Fickey. Stop it. Huh?
Yeah, he's just showing off at this point.
Little brother loving it.
He's just picking and popping, and they're doing a good job finding him. Nothing real fancy about that basketball. I think they may want to implement a switch. Not let Fickey get that open look.
Timeout on the floor, 11:23 to go, second half. The lead is now 20 for GCU over Eastern New Mexico.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming. A little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game on your view and GCU.tv is brought to you by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. By Sanderson Ford. The best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth. God bless American night. Thunder's in his camo. Lopes are 6 for their last 6, shooting 67% in the second half. Yeah, a big Lopes alum and fan, and the man behind Lopes Hoop News, Darren Sweet. Understand he's a little bit under the weather, got a little bit of the flu, but he's tuning in tonight. We wish Darren a speedy recovery. Need him back here on Saturday. Need a full contingent at GCU Arena. Want to wish him well.
Yeah, we'll give him the night off. He got to get back here on Saturday for the WAC action.
Yep.
Yeah, get well. Load up on the fluids. I like that vitamin C when I'm not feeling good. Oh, yeah. I pound the vitamin C.
Gatorade. Parker fouled on the 3 attempt. It's all 3.
Yeah. Good out from the free throw line. Lopes need to get a little bit better from the free throw line, but where they've been really good is the paint. Keep going back to it, but now they're up to 48 points in the paint. Just 18 points in the paint for Eastern New Mexico.
Drexel stops, pulls out Michael Finke again. Oh, that's short. Hate it when the magic has to end.
Well, Coach Marley definitely drew that play out for Finke to get another 3 ball up out of that timeout. Sometimes he likes going to the high handoff, but realizing that Finke has been on fire from behind the arc, should see if he can get that one to happen one more time for him.
Labor looking to get it into Carlos. Reach around though. Foul by Maurice Coleman.
No, Carlos Johnson. I shouldn't say little. He's not so little down there. If you pull him, he does a nice job really spreading out wide and making it an easy entry pass. And Coleman wanted no part of having to play Johnson on that block, committed the foul early.
3 on Coleman. Finke puts it in. Having a night, Michael Finke.
It was good basketball by Finke. Just let him work.
Milstead-like floater by Maurice Coleman.
Doesn't look like Milstead's got his normal gait out there offensively. I wonder if he's still suffering the effects of that cramping he had in the first half.
Johnson for 3. Big rebound. Pulled down by Isaiah Murphy. Murphy leaves for Coleman. Looking right, Carlos Johnson. Behind him. Ball gets into Zach Parker's hands. Quick ball moving now. Down low. Emili. Drexel on him. Drexel's called.
That's going to be the 6th team foul now on the Lopes. So Groundhogs will be Groundhogs.
Did they see their shadow?
Oh, my goodness.
Greyhounds?
Greyhounds, excuse me, thank you. I getting old. 51's doing me in. We'll be shooting the 1-1 the rest of the game. Apologies to Eastern New Mexico.
Down low, Labor. Left hand and in.
You get good post-up position like that. It's last one out, turn out the lights. If they can continue that tonight and on to Saturday. But it's been some three-point shooting pretty outside. Right now, Eastern New Mexico with 5 subs ready to check into this game as these guys are starting to run out of gas. You talked about that long ride over here. It's taking their toll. It's taking its toll here in the second half.
650 miles.
I've made that drive from Phoenix to Austin. a little bit different angle going into Texas that they had to come down from, but it is not an easy ride. You know, you're 6'10".
West Texas just seems to go on forever.
Yeah, it just the landscape never changes. It's a bit of a boring drive. You listen to XM radio. Thank goodness for XM radio. You go through about 25 different stations to try to pass the time.
Laver, left hand. Oh, it rings around and out. Under 8.5 to go. Mangis Jankor in the game, goes left. Pull him, backing up. Swarm. Brown, Nick Brown finding some space off the glass.
Wow, they are fast. Maybe I'm just not, I always saying the GCU defenders do a better job staying in front of this Eastern New Mexico team off the dribble, but I don't know too many of these Lopes defenders that can stay in front of these guys. They're so quick with off the bounce.
Carlos Johnson. Oh, that would have been beauty. Rings out. Rebound, Laver. Laver muscling his way, but look who picked it off. The Greyhounds. Jankor. He's in the corner now. Kick back out. Brown for three. Short. Greyhounds trying to tip it in. Laver's going to be called. Greyhounds really working hard here. 4 on Laver. 7:29 to go. Lead was 20 at one point, and now it is 16. Timeout on the floor. Michael Finke has definitely had quite a game. 26 points in this game, including 1,000 career points. Congratulations.
Yeah, a really big congratulations to Finke. He has brought his A game to the park tonight, so to speak. It's been doing it in a variety of different ways. I love this little corner three. That's where he was talking trash to me before the game, and this one going a little cut inside behind the defense there. Gets a good pass from Trey Drexel. Got cute with a little up and under move, and I love this one right here. And that's a finish that anybody would be proud of, slamming that one home with 28 points. And he's 4 of 7 from behind the arc. He's gotten on the glass. He's got 5 boards, and he's also been dishing it to his teammates as well. He got 6 points, so really filling up that stat sheet.
Up-to-date WAC standings. Just a few games remaining. New Mexico State with a victory coming up will clinch that top spot. A battle for second between the Wolverines and GCU. They'll do battle in Orem after the Lopes finish up their home schedule Saturday night against Bakersfield, who sits tied for fourth with UT Rio Grande Valley. Kansas City, Seattle, Chicago State rounded out. California Baptist, the newest entry into the WAC. Oh, bringing back memories. Footloose. Not quite Kenny Loggins, but Kevin Bacon, Lori Singer. You remember Footloose?
Never saw Footloose.
No, you never saw Footloose. Wow.
No, I wasn't a big Kevin Bacon fan back in the day. That was a nice
Curious George.
Just put on. Guys and gals just put on.
Yeah.
They do a real nice job. The dance team's got to be a 50 of them out there, it feels like. They've really continued to grow over the years, and I know the students and the fans get a good show every time they take the floor.
Senior night coming up Saturday. Always an emotional pregame. Encourage you to come on out.
See our guy Jared Martin stroll onto the floor. He's supposed to join us in the booth tonight, but he stood us up.
Oh, he's got to support the team. I'm hearing that Mrs. Martin is going to be at the game.
Oh, shit. Most definitely. She wouldn't miss.
And one of his brothers will be here. I believe his brother's here tonight.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, Mrs. Martin, what a club, huh?
I'm going to miss that. I might miss her more than I miss Jared.
Probably spot on, actually. Think he fouled. There's Jared's brother.
Oh, God.
All right.
Yeah, look just like him.
Oh, yeah,
That's great. There's a shot of Jared down there. Seems like he's nervous. He's got his hoodie pulled up over his chin there. Worried about this one here getting away from the lobe, so I think it's going to be okay. 7 minutes to go, and Finke at the line. Chance to give him a 16-point advantage with this make. What a game he's had. He's going for, what, 30 points here with this free throw? My career high was only 31. He's going to bust my career high up.
Playing well late in the year. 36 at UMKC, unfortunately in a losing effort.
Yeah, this one will feel sweeter. It's nice to get a career high, but much better get a, how about 30-point game when you get the W at the end of the night.
You remember who you had 31 against?
I do. I had it against the University of Virginia.
Michael Finke outbounded.
Was that a 3-ball right
Yeah,
there?
it was.
3-ball for Finke gives him 33. Oh, my goodness. Something in the power of threes there, I guess, for Finke. But, yeah, I was 12 of 12 from the field. Only missed one free throw. Good for me.
Milstead. Moves left, cuts in, floater. Oh, it's a little short. But look at Milstead get it. Loose ball, tipped out. Not gonna happen. Nick Brown's gonna pick it off. Pushes to his right. Durrani. Back to Brown. Pull up. Backs up. 14, 13 on the shot clock. Moves right. High by Milstead. Lelemond. Brown, long three. Rebound. Up over the top. Akeem Lelemond with the foul.
And that's the kind of defensive stop that I thought we'd see more of the Lopes, where that ball stays out on the perimeter. They get no penetration. Below the free throw line, you box out and you get the rebound. Didn't see as many of those tonight as would have liked to see to get ready for Saturday. Trey Drexel, he always gets on that glass. So many times, but for a while there, he was leading this team in rebounding. He's got 6 of them tonight.
Good hustle, Tim Finke. Big brother. Michael. Oh, did you see that move? Goes right, goes back left, uses the glass.
He did the same thing on the other side of the floor earlier in the ball game, and said if it worked once on the left side, let me try it over here on the right side. It's kind of a little up and under move. Just got to show the ball, then spin it back over here and put it in off the glass. 35 and counting.
5 on Frayer. He's going to take a seat. Needed to bounce back on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully get that hand right. I don't know what's going on with that hand. You got Milstead cramping up. At some point in time here, I think under 5 minutes, you're going to see more of Roberts, Blumbergs, and Rafe. Yeah, and Rafe Ernest coming in here. And I had to go stand by Rafe. We were talking about our production meeting, whether or not he was a true 6'7". So I went over and gave him a hug. I said, "You really 6'7"?" I said, he's a true 6'7".
Oh, stop it. Somebody stay clear of Michael Finke. Career high.
Yeah, he's on the man on fire.
38. That was from way downtown.
I think Coach Marley wants to see if he can get 40. They're saying we'll run a little pick and pop, isolate him here, see if he can get him 40 right here.
Milstead. Johnson fouled underneath by Darius Sawyer. Laughing at Marley.
Yeah, laughing at Marley. Marley wants to get 40. He said, "You want to stay and get 40? You want to come out?" He said, "I want to get my 40, coach." Havoc's are shouting they got the Michael Finke chant going here in appreciation of his hard work tonight.
42 points by Dwayne Russell against Louisville. Only other matchup, December 3rd, 2016. Remember that game? Rick Pitino does. 12-0 run for GCU.
Yeah, that was a great
Donovan
game.
Mitchell remembers it.
One of the best individual performances by a Lope against a big-time college basketball team. They were in the top 10 at the time that Russell did that to him.
Sherrod in the game. Parker inside the arc, two-pointer, good. Under 4 to go.
That's the kind of possession Coach Majerle would be happy to live with. Guy taking an outside shot under duress.
Derek Sherrod, man, he's got some nice-looking shoes. Oh, Michael Fickey. Fadeaway
one more
three.
shot at 40 and got him out of the game.
Blumberg's going over to the scorer's table. Aaron shot by Sawyer.
Oh, wait, he might get one more here. He's got a chance. He did a little pick and pop.
Here we go. Oh, a little bit of a tip.
Playing the spoiler role out there would not let him get that shot up.
It's terrible. Oh, lost it. Sherrod. Probably in the glare of those shoes. Drexel alone off the window. I'm just jealous, that's it. Those are sweet looking shoes.
I think you wanted Drexel to scoop that one over to him and say, hey, buddy, I got a chance for 40 here. Recognize the game.
Timeout on the floor, 88-62. Michael Fickey and the Lopes having a night. We'll be right back.
Armed Forces heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Welcome back on God Bless America Night. The Lopes putting on a show with a 26-point lead right now over Eastern New Mexico. As we watch the final moments of this game wind down, we want to remind you that the Havocs certainly provide the six-man advantage here at GCU Arena. But the Lopes know how to take this show on the road as well, and Lopes on the Road returns for its 4th season with more opportunities for alumni, GCU students, faculty, and fans to cheer GCU on to victory when they're on the road. First and foremost, many fans will be heading to Las Vegas for the WAC tournament March 13th through 16th at New Orleans Hotel, and then after that, they will switch gears after cheering on the basketball team through the WAC tourney. Focusing on the Diamond, the Lopes will take the road, the I-10 specifically, to Tucson for a big baseball matchup against the University of Arizona on April 23rd. And then again on May 18th up in Northern California when Andy Seiko and the squad visit Sacramento State. For more information on Lopes on the Road, you can go to GCULopes.com/Lopes on the Road. A great event to be a part of. You get to get a ticket, concession stands vouchers, some GCU swag, all for cheering on your favorite team.
Lopes on the Road, always a great time for online students, alumni to cheer on the Lopes on the Road.
Here, Michael Fickey, 14 of 20 for 38 points. He's got 28 of those points here in the second half.
Dave Curtis on the floor. Blumberg's on the floor. Turnover.
27. He had 11. Yeah, he had 11 at the break. So he's got 27 points in the second half. That's one heck of a half of basketball right there.
Dwayne Wade going out in the flourish. Hits a bank in 3 to win it against the Warriors tonight. Old guy still got it. Drexel. Oh, nice move by Trey Drexel.
It really was. He covered some distance with that jumper, separating himself from the defender.
Under 2.5 to go. Look for the bank. Good Tanner Carter.
This is about the time on Saturday night when Gertis got into that right corner and found himself a tray, and he liked it so much he came right back and knocked in another one. Be interested to see if they could get in that rock and see if he could deliver again. They're going to go back one more time to Saturday night. Found one there on the right wing. Knocked down that tray. The bench loved it because he's such a hard-working kid in practice, and they got him another one, a little inside out, and banged another one down.
The pride of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Stopping. Not popping. Sharon. Drexel. Minute and a half. Drexel weaves his way. Uh-oh, he wanted Johnson. Didn't find it. Ooh. Nice work there. Mangane's Jankoy. South Sudan, Africa.
Yeah, they were trying to get an alley-oop for Carlos Johnson that time. Well, I don't know what they're doing. They got to get the ball to Rafe.
Yeah, this is a travesty. There he is. Gertis. Gonna move on Jankoy. Blumbergs is in the corner. Oh, Roberts! Blumbergs!
Very unselfish basketball that time by Rafe. But next time, Rafe, don't pass it. Shoot it.
I don't think that's a good lesson there. It's about the team.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's about the individual.
Oh, sweet move down the baseline, but Blumberg said, no, sir, Mr. Jankoy. Carlos Johnson! Bam, people! 3 games in a row, over 90 points for GCU.
Oh, that was beautiful, but Rafe, don't pass the ball anymore. Take it all the way yourself.
You're teaching a terrible lesson. Spread the love. 10 to go. Lopes are going to bring it up.
Give it to Rafe. He's open.
Stop it. This is terrible. Kids at home, do not listen to this. It's all about the team. Coach Marley, Coach Siegler. Changing handshakes. The Lopes win it 95-64.
Really turned it on in the second half. Played much better offensively and defensively. Shake that rust off your game. Get ready for Saturday.
Big night. Michael Finke, 38 points. Carlos Johnson, 25. And the Lopes are victorious. Post-game press conference, head coach Dan Marley will have a complete look at the final stats and a recap of tonight's game. As the Lopes are victorious in the non-conference matchup against Eastern New Mexico, 95-64. We'll be back right after this.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people. Through leadership and insight, you help others fulfill their promise. You share a unique bond with your family and cherish your time together. But you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's online degree program in performance psychology will enhance your skills in helping others succeed. Master your craft in an online PhD program that puts innovation and technology at the heart of education. And you can do it all within a tight schedule without disrupting other aspects of your life. With a PhD in performance psychology, you'll have the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Barry Butel, Scott Williams back live at GCU Arena after the Lopes take care of the Greyhounds 95-64, winning their 17th game of the season. And we are back upstairs. Time now for our Canyon State Credit Union Player of the Game. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you. Who could it be? Who could it be?
Man of the night, Michael Finke was on fire, doing it from the outside in the first half, slashing to the basket, getting some easy buckets inside, got on the offensive glass. I love the little dips he do. You can just put on a package of everything this young man did right here. The slam dunks, the three-point shots. 14 to 20 from the field, 38 points. We talked about the point, the assist as well in this game. 6 assists and 8 boards.
Not a bad night.
Solid.
Hopefully he is hitting his stride as the Lopes close out the home regular season slate here Saturday night against Bakersfield, a tough opponent coming in here Saturday. They need these victories if they want to secure that second spot in the WAC.
Got to play the way they played in the second half.
Yeah.
Intensity of defense, choked it off the middle, kept the ball on the perimeter for most of that second half, limited to one shot, and got out and run. Really attacked the basket, a lot of points in the paint.
Good to see second half they've come out strong. California Baptist, a strong second half as well. So they've responded after coming out of the room.
Yeah, and that's important because you want to be able to absorb what the coaching staff is giving you at halftime. Go out there and execute that, making adjustments to how the defense was playing you. And like the Lopes did, that 50 points against Cal Baptist, and another big effort tonight.
All right, let's send it down to the post-game press conference. Here's head coach Dan Majerle.
All right. Yeah, thanks. Well, good win, good second half. Came out and went on the road again. Just wish we'd put 40 minutes together, but overall happy. Love, Michael played great. Carlos played really well. So happy for both those guys. Michael's really coming to his own. I wish I had him for another year, but I don't. So, but good victory. Now we have to get ready for conference again. We got 3 big games coming up: Bakersfield, Seattle, Utah Valley. So it's good. So we'll come back tomorrow and get ready.
Are those 2 guys, Finke and Johnson, becoming the main guys with your quest going to trying to get to the tournament?
Yeah, they're going to have to be. We got to find a way for Ollie to, snap out of it. Oscar, Damari's got to play. All our guys got to play well. I'm a little concerned our bench has got to do a better job. We were a little shorthanded without Matt. Losing Jared hurts. So our bench has got to come in and really sustain an effort. They didn't do that tonight. But Michael and Carlos have been consistent, playing well. But we have to have Damari and Oscar playing well also. And then, of course, Ollie. Ollie's always going to be one of our main guys. So we'll just keep working on it. And but if Michael shoots it like that, he's hard to guard.
How valuable is it to have Michael out there, just what he's obviously providing on the scoreboard, but his leadership as well?
Yeah, he's a fifth-year guy. He's been around. He's played in great atmospheres, played in big-time games in the Big Ten. So, as I said, sometimes it takes a while, and he's really found his way. He's got a lot of confidence, found his shot. His post-game's really good, and has just figured it out. So that's big, and I'm happy for him because he's a great kid and he works extremely hard.
You guys really good shoot, but what's been the progression of this post-game this season?
Well, I mean, when you start making shots and then put him in the post, I think you just get a little bit more confidence. He's done a better job of just taking his time and going to his go-to move. And I said he just figured it out. Sometimes it takes a while, and it all has to do with putting in the work, putting extra time, getting in the gym, getting up shots and working on his game. And he's one of our guys that gets in the gym a lot and never takes a practice off.
How valuable is it to play tonight, just so you have fresh film for the next 2 days to get ready?
It's good. I mean, we got a couple nagging injuries. If I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't have played because we have so few bodies. You hate the guys that play that many minutes. Damari and Oscar are a little banged up, so we're going to have to get them healthy. But at this time of the year, it's hard to continue to practice and hold their attention because we've been going at it a long time. So it's always good to get a little competition, and it's always fun. We had another great crowd tonight. It's unbelievable. On a Wednesday night, you got to give Eastern New Mexico a lot of credit. They traveled a long way to come here, played a game last night, so they gave us a really good game. They played hard and very athletic.
In the last 3 games, 50% or so.
Better, yeah, better. And as I said, when we have the right guy shooting it, and when Michael shoots it, it's pretty good. So, we didn't shoot it very well in the first half, but the second half we got it going a little bit. So, it's good. And I always say that if we shoot it like that and we get Ollie going in the post, we could be hard to stop.
Kind of switching gears, Dan, but tonight a platform for the team and for GCU just to showcase for God Bless America Night some true American heroes here, and then also obviously supporting children's cancer and the fighters and survivors. What does it mean for you to be a part of a platform and for your team to be able to go out there?
It's great. I was able to talk to a few of the service men and women, and we always appreciate their sacrifice and what they do for us to allow us to even play this game. So that's obviously the big thing. And for cancer, my dad died of cancer, so it's always a big thing that if we can do anything, we can help to help cure that disease, obviously. And our guys are very appreciative of everybody that's doing things for us. And I was happy they came out in the second half and played that well to give a little bit back and provide some entertainment. But we're always happy to play in front of our servicemen and women for all the sacrifice they do. And then, of course, for cancer, find a cure.
Thank you.
Joanne and Jackie and TC and EJ.
Yeah, Eddie Johnson and Tom Chambers and Jackie and Joanne Fitzsimmons. They've been big supporters, and it's just glad that they could come out and see a game. And I'm always telling them what a great atmosphere, so it's always good for them to come out and see it for themselves. So appreciate those guys' support also. Thank you.
Saturday.
Final stats as the Lopes take care of the Greyhounds, 95-64. 55.1% from the field. Finke shot 70% from the field. 12 of 15. Free throw shooting's been really good here the last couple of games. Rebounding, tied at 17 in the opening half. They opened it up to win it. Boy, they have the edge there, 43-29.
Power in the paint as well, 60-24. That's got to be some sort of a record here this season. 60 points in the paint. I'll check that one out. We'll get back to you on Saturday, but that is a tremendous number of points. It's like putting a red carpet out there. Red lights, everybody just run into the paint.
Let's check out and revisit our Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game.
I talked about fireworks. That up-tempo game, they lit up that scoreboard. And then the points in the paint, I love that. That was doing the job defensively. That's what I really wanted to see, that tenacity. And I think they got out. They forced a lot of turnovers, and they were able to get out and run on those turnovers. And then they just pick up, it was more 50. Yeah, it's really more about helping your teammate, not only on the basketball court, but his psyche. That's what this game was really about, getting everybody ready for the stretch run.
Well, it's senior night. GCU takes the court against CSU Bakersfield, the Roadrunners, in their last home game of the regular season. Lopes looking to snag that second seed for the WAC tournament. They'll need a big effort against the Runners and a packed house. Pregame, Kate. We'll start it off at 6:30. Tip-off follows on YourView shortly after at 7. You can catch the broadcast online, gcu.tv or ESPN3. You can't get to a TV, you can listen to Michael Potter and Tom Kuiper on the Fanatic, 1580 AM, 99.3 FM. That'll do it from here, though, tonight from GCU Arena, where the Lopes are victorious over Eastern New Mexico, 95-60. Please join us again Saturday night when GCU hosts the Bakersfield Roadrunners. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, Beth Puckman, and Ryan Powell, our entire crew as well, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful evening.